Hello, everyone. I hope that you are well. I'm so excited to be here. You know what? I know we spoke just the other day, but I have so much to tell you. So, today, on this journey of self care, for the next several months, my plan is to come to you and to deliver these lessons to help you if you are an autism mom and you are wanting to understand and get really good at being intentional when it comes to your self-care. So if this is the first time that you are seeing me, hello, my name is Victoria Mattia. I am a mom. I have two boys. Both of them have special needs. My oldest has autism. He is 13 years old now. My youngest is 11. And I'm also a certified life coach, a certified health coach, and certified international counselor. And I have a focus in third culture kid, meaning being one culture and raised in another culture. And that third culture is who you are. You are a combination of so many different experiences. I also have an emphasis in trauma and disaster relief. So I wanted to share all of that. If you are new to me, thank you so much for coming on to my YouTube channel, and I hope that you are able to receive value from what you hear, and share with a friend. Remember to like and subscribe. I also have a newsletter that I like to share with people. If you are an autism mom, just leave a comment, and I do check my comments, so I will be able to add you to the list. I also have a podcast, and it is called The Mom Care Coach, which is also the name of this channel and also the name of the newsletter. And also there is a Facebook group also called, guess what? The Mom Care Coach. So if this is your first time, you may not know anything about me. So on the podcast, we have been talking about our 4 intentional needs, which is sleep, movement, mindset, and nutrition. And we have been understanding that these 4 intentional needs that every autism mom needs to understand and implement into her life, those 4 intentional needs are also our anchors. And we want to create practices that support those anchors. Why? Because it will get us to the goal of not just understanding your mindset, but having a calm mind, and not just understanding nutrition, but having a nourished body, not just understanding movement, but having joyful movement, finding things that you really enjoy, and not just understanding and having more sleep. You will have restorative rest. That is our goal. And any goal has to be supported by anchors. And the importance of these anchors is because you create practices around that support that anchor. So even on the hardest and toughest of days where things are just not going the way you want it to go, when you have that anchor, it's going to help pull you through. Okay. And when you have simple practices that you're able to implement on a daily basis, they become habits, and habits become a disposition that you may have and a mood that you may have. And those habits also, with that disposition, becomes your personality. And so it kind of reshifts, is that a word? It kind of shifts and changes our mindset and understanding of who we are into creating it into be the person that we are supposed to become and who we want to become anyway. And so in order to get to a goal, there has to be anchors and practices in order for that to happen. Otherwise, it is not a goal, it's just a wish. And that is the reason why so many people have so many wishes and dreams and desires. And the only thing is that if they don't have the proper habits, they will not reach those goals. And that is in every industry that you will look around and see, in every country. Those kinds of things do not change. You must have the proper habits in order to reach any goal. Okay, so today we're going to do something, and I call it the breakfast experiment. So the last time we talked about giving ourselves permissions and graces. We talked about, and I believe those videos are on YouTube still, and we also have them in the Mom Care Coach Facebook group as well. Some of them, and then almost everything is on the podcast. So last time we talked about giving ourselves permissions and graces. I will give myself permission when, and you fill in the blank. Maybe you made a mistake. You can give yourself permission to fix it, or go to a person, or whatever it is you need to do. I will give myself grace when maybe you didn't meet the mark that you wanted to, but you can still give yourself grace to continue on the journey wherever you were at. And those are obviously examples, but we talked about that. We also talked about the importance of these anchors and what to do about that. We talked about nutrition and how we have to keep ourselves hydrated, and we have to fuel ourselves, and making sure that we are drinking enough water every day, half of our body weight in ounces of water, and the importance of that and how it can combat brain fog and different things. And there's so much research about the importance of water, but not everybody likes the taste of water. We also talked about some different products and supplements you can use that are powder form that are really healthy and good for you that you can add to water. And if you are interested, I'm going to add in the description the website, my online health shop, that you can go and find those. There's Energy Fizz, there's True Sport, our movement line. We have all kinds of different things. There's teas there, so you can go and check all of that out. I'm also going to leave in the description the bundle that I share with people. If you're watching this right now, today is December 1st. And it's Sunday, but right now we still have some specials left over from Black Friday, and we have Cyber Monday, and so we have some really great prices right now and free shipping on some different things, so you're able to take a look and see what works for you. So today, going back to what our topic is, it is called the breakfast experiment, and I'm going to go over a couple of things. So the reason why we want to talk about breakfast, so as an autism mom, a lot of times we are so incredibly busy, and sometimes the morning time is not the easiest time. For some moms, you are a stay-at-home mom and you are helping your child transition from, being asleep, what comes next, how to do caring for them and what their needs are in their own breakfast. But here at the Mom Care Coach, we talk about self-care for the mother. So we're talking about a breakfast experiment for us, but we also know that our life does not just surround us, it surrounds our other family members. That being said, sometimes in the morning it can be challenging. So how do we make sure that we're having breakfast at an appropriate time? Well, let's talk about it. So whether you are a stay-at-home mom or if you work outside of the home, that can also be challenging because you're trying to get the kids together and get ready to go to school or daycare while you're trying to get to work. Well, when it comes to the breakfast experiment, there's some kind of planning that you can do the night before, depending on what you're eating. So I'm going to give you a few ideas, and then you can decide what works really well for you. I have some notes over here. That's why I'm looking over here, in case you notice and wonder, what on earth is she looking at? So the first idea is oatmeal. Now, I want to, before we talk about the different breakfast options, I want to keep in mind, because most of the viewers here are mamas and are in the stage of right before or during perimenopause. So that is the ages on average, ages 35 to 50. By the way, I am going to be talking a little bit about health. I am a certified health coach, but I am not a doctor. And so I just wanted to make sure you understand that. So going back to our breakfast experiment. So the first one we have is oatmeal. Okay, so we can prep that overnight to make it a little bit easier in the morning. So one option is to take a rice cooker and put in your oatmeal and then put your water in there and just put it on warm. Don't even put it on 1, 2, 3, depending on, what kind of rice cooker you have. One of the options is just put it on warm when you plug it in, and it just keeps it warm, but by the morning it'll be nice and warm for you and already ready. So once you are ready with your oatmeal, that is one option that you can do, or of course you can make it in the morning. So with oatmeal, we want to make sure that because of the age group, as I mentioned before, we want to make sure that we are doing everything we can to have balanced blood sugar, because our insulin levels do affect our hormones and how we feel throughout the day. So one of the options you can do with oatmeal is really thinking about the things that you're putting in it. Oatmeal can actually either help you, there is research that surrounds that, or it can make your blood sugar spike. So, and it a lot of times has to do with what you're actually putting into it. When I talk about oatmeal, you're never gonna hear me say add honey, add sugar, add coconut sugar, maple syrup, not even maple syrup. A lot of people are doing that nowadays. But when I am talking about keeping our blood sugar balanced, of course you do you, but I want to give you options if you are like me and really wanting to make sure that your blood sugar is balanced all the time. So what I do, I will use stevia. And what you can also add to it is coconut oil, or if you are okay with dairy, you can have some grass-fed butter in there. But for me, I will add coconut oil, and then also, we don't end there. I use stevia, coconut oil, but also chia seeds. Chia seeds is high in fiber and it is high in protein, and it helps to, when you eat them, sustain what you're eating it in. So if you're eating this chia seed pudding, it can help stay in the body and help you to feel satiated longer. So that is one option to add to it, and it can also help with that whole idea of blood sugar balance. Now, when I say blood sugar balance, I am not referring to a person with diabetes, with hypoglycemia, or pre-diabetes. They have been diagnosed with these kinds of things. I am talking about just an average person keeping their blood sugar balanced so it is not spiking up or down. Okay, just I want to clarify that. So you can add chia seeds, you can add a nut butter. Now that is also going to help with feeling satiated, but it gives you some more protein as well. So what do we have so far? We have chia seeds, we have nut butter, we have stevia, we have coconut oil. So that gives us our healthy fats, that adds more protein to what we have. If you are okay, you can also add some nuts or seeds, like some raw nuts and seeds mixture, maybe like some pumpkin seeds, or like some almonds or walnuts are really great with that. So you can add that to it as well. Some people will have dried fruit. I stay away from dried fruit, but you can have maybe some frozen berries, something of that sort. The reason why, berries in general are really low in sugar. So if you added a few of those, like some frozen berries, that is an option for you as well. And that can help balance the blood sugar, and there is research that support that when you're adding all of those things in it. Okay, so that is one option for oatmeal, and you can do it quickly in the rice cooker. Another option is to have yogurt, nuts, and fruit in the morning. So let's see what we can do to prep that. If we were to have, like, I like cashew yogurt, there's a couple brands. I think Forager is one of them. Kite Hill is my absolute favorite, and that is an almond yogurt. It's so good that sometimes, I like to shop at Whole Foods and sometimes they will sell out, but it's so yummy. That is literally my favorite brand of yogurt. And it is made from almond milk. So you can do those things. You can have, there's also different Greek yogurts that are options. So what you can do is take your yogurt and put it in your fridge, like put it in a little bowl, the portion that you want, put it in a bowl, and then add some frozen berries, frozen blueberries or frozen raspberries. You can add those to that yogurt and put it back in the refrigerator, and then that's overnight. And then when you get up in the morning, you can take it out, and those frozen berries are not frozen anymore, and they kind of go into the yogurt and makes it really yummy. So that is one option. You can try that and see if you like it. And then you can add some of those nuts and seeds. Maybe you have a nut and seed mix. When you have that, make sure that they are not adding anything to it. Sometimes if you get a nut and seed mix, they will add extra sugar, extra salts, fillers, extra oils, hydrogenated oils, sunflower oils, peanut oil, all those kinds of things you want to stay away from. If you get some raw nut and seed mix, that is going to be better for you. So you can add that. That also adds healthy fats. The yogurt should have healthy fat and protein in it as well. And you can add those berries, as I mentioned. So that is another option. And because you've already prepped it the night before, it can make it an easy go-to for the morning. Okay. The third option, if you are okay with eggs, you can do that. And so how you can prep that overnight is you get a bowl and just make sure they're pasture raised, organic eggs, okay? And then you can take them, crack them, put them in the bowl, kind of stir it up with your fork. You can add some chopped spinach. You want to slowly add in those veggies, even if you're not a veggie person. A lot of people do like that. Think of like omelets. Omelets will have like some chopped veggies in it as well. Spinach is really nice because the texture of it is very simple and it can kind of go into the egg pieces pretty seamlessly. And then if you want to and you're okay, you can add a little bit of shredded cheddar cheese. There's vegan options and there's feta or different things like that. And you can figure out which brand works the best for you. You can add that, and this is all what you can prep. If you like some mushrooms, you can put that in there. Salt and pepper, you can do that, kind of stir that up, put it back in the fridge, and then in the morning, all you have to do is put a little bit of olive oil or coconut oil in your pan, and you can put it in there and cook it on your stove. So that is another option. So we have, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 options. The fourth option is a veggie stir fry or something of that kind of sort. Sometimes, a lot of times we'll have veggies for dinner. Okay, and a lot of times here in this country, here in America, people never think of like having veggies for breakfast. But the thing is, around the country, around the world, that's not unusual. You can have some veggies, like if you have some kind of stir fry from leftover from dinner, and you have that, you can even add like a little bit of quinoa in it or brown rice. And you can stir fry that and have that for breakfast. And that is another option. And it's already made because it's leftover from the dinner. And then you can have that as well. And what's really nice about that is you can have maybe a little bit of salmon if you like that, or if you have some a vegan egg mixture, you can put that in there. I have some reels of how I took red lentils, and I've also taken pumpkin seeds. There's also, I believe, a reel where I took yellow, I think it's yellow split peas, and and you can make eggs from that. And you can like Google that and see all the different options. But those are vegan options. And then if you're wanting like some salmon or different things like that, just to get your mind kind of situated around eating healthy and delicious and different options that you would feel comfortable with. So, those are all really awesome options. I'm going to give you actually another one, and that is the one I have pretty much most of the time. I do intermittent fasting, and I will have an episode later that talks about that. If you're really interested in it, you can do a little bit of research now by, I think her name is Dr. Mindy Preet. She wrote a book called Fast Like a Girl. So if you were to just type in Fast Like a Girl, it would come up. And she's amazing. And she talks about fasting, the different ways of fasting, and how as you age, you're going to fast different. If you're still cycling or if you're not cycling, that is going to affect how you fast. And she goes into great detail. So you can read that book. She's really awesome. So it's called Fast Like a Girl. So I said all of that to say what I like to also do for breakfast, that's whenever I break my fast from the day before, is protein shakes. I love protein shakes. And right now we do have some still on special, leftover from Black Friday, Cyber Monday. We have bundles. We have the Daily Essentials bundle that has protein powder, Energy Fizz. So that's like a healthy energy powder that you add to water. And then we also have the Green Synergy, which is really, really awesome because it has 13 fruits and vegetables in it. It's a powder, and you add it to water as well. And it also has prebiotics, probiotics, and enzymes. And it also has a skin elixir. It's called Skin Elixir, but it is a collagen support builder, which is really awesome. All of the products that I recommend are vegan. They are halal certified and kosher. And what I love about the products is that they are really versatile. So no matter what is going on in your life, you can still use them on a daily basis. They taste really good. They're low in sugar, and it's just, they try to balance things out. So it's really, really awesome. I did a little experiment, a little segue here. I did a little experiment like the last several weeks where I wanted to know, do the products really, really help me? Because I like to be able to tell people from a fresh experience of how these products are really helping me in my life. And the reason why is because sometimes when you've been taking something for a long time, it just becomes a part of your routine and you forget how good you feel compared to what you did before. And so the things that I've noticed about the products that I recommend to you, it helps with energy, it helps with mood, and it helps with sleep. And those are like 3 important things, especially when we think about our 4 intentional needs, or our anchors rather. So it's really important to have that understanding and making the distinction of how these different products can work in your life, and then also how they work synergistically together. That's why I'm always recommending bundles versus individual products, but I do recommend individual products as well. So the protein powder is what I really love, and I am running a Fit December, and it is going to start on December the 7th. My products, I just ordered them, and so they will be coming December 5th for me, and I ordered that Daily Essentials bundle I just mentioned, as well as a couple other products that helps with stress management, which is the mushroom powder, 5 different mushrooms, and then also the Mind Health, which helps with cognitive function and just helping with any type of brain fog, helps with your mood, it helps with recalling items, and they've done a lot of clinical testing on that, so it's really, really powerful. So I recommend all of the products, but I will do an unboxing when they arrive so that you will be able to see what I have. I did an unboxing, I think the last time was in the summer, but these are new products and, well, new flavors that I will be showing you guys. Okay, so the last option, let's going back to review. We have oatmeal, we have yogurt, And we have eggs and spinach, we have a veggie stir fry, and then the protein powder, a protein shake option. There's lots of different flavors. My favorite thus far has been the coffee essential milk protein, but the one I just ordered is a salted caramel, so I would have to decide which one I like the best out of all of them. But there are several different flavors. So the last option which is day number 6. Because remember, this is a breakfast experiment, and the whole purpose is to be able to see how these different items, these different options rather, are working in our body. How do we feel after we have eaten this? Are we satiated? Do we feel, how does our brain feel? Does it feel foggy? Do we all of a sudden feel really tired and lethargic? If we have, like after an hour or two, are we like really, really hungry? Because that can tell us there may be a sign going on with our blood sugar, depending on what we have eaten. So all of those kinds of things, we're trying to see which one of these options really resonate in our body and makes us feel really good and have the energy that we need to keep going throughout our day. Do we feel satiated afterwards? Are we able to think clearly? Is it giving us energy? Is it fueling our body? Because that is what we're trying to do here on the Mom Care Coach. We're trying to take care of our body so we can take care of others and ourselves, right? It starts with us. So next thing, for that last day, we want to talk about, now this is kind of interesting, kind of controversial, I think. What is our default when it comes to breakfast? Are you a breakfast eater in general? Do you not like to eat breakfast? Do you just kind of snack instead? Or do you go to the drive-thru? Do you go to Starbucks? Do you go to fast food and try to get something in the morning after you drop kids off? Or like, what is your typical? So that is our default. And then whatever that is, or what do you usually eat? Do you eat cereal? Do you eat a croissant? Do you eat some kind of pastry? Like what do you eat in the morning? And we are wanting to compare how we eat. And so I would even recommend having a little bit of journaling. You know, I love journaling. And having a little bit of journaling to decide which one of these breakfasts of the morning has fueled us the most and made us feel our best. And then you can compare. And then I would love it if you would also add in the comments how you're feeling and what you notice. So this will be really interesting, and I'll look it over and I'll make some comments also, and we can talk about it the next time I post another video. So I want you to kind of think about it and tell me what you think. Which one, you can even put in the comments, which one do you think is going to help you feel the best? And then actually compare that to after you've actually done this breakfast experiment and see what actually happens. So this is a lot of fun. I have done this before, and for me, I wasn't necessarily surprised, but I have done it over the years and changed things here and there and tweaked things here and there. And sometimes I was surprised by the tweaks, like making something a little bit different and how that fueled me versus how I did it before. So this will be really interesting. So again, please do not forget to like and subscribe, and then also go over to the podcast called The Mom Care Coach, like and subscribe there as well, and leave a review, because that is the only way that people are able to find me and get the information that they need, especially if they are an autism mom. And don't forget to check the description box, because I plan to leave those websites that I mentioned to you. So I hope that you have a great day, and I look forward to leaving another video for you next time. Thanks. Bye.